Hello and welcome to the Dark Mount video review for Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Legion class Bumblebee. So this is Mini-Me Bumblebee, and I gotta say, I really like this sports car mode. It's almost like reminiscent of the Viacons from Prime. It's very kind of like boxy but sharp. It's weird, but it's really cool looking. It is a really vibrant yellow with some nice black paint and some red paint for the and blue paint. So decent amount of paint. These little guys are scannable by iPhones and Android phones for the Transformers Robots in Disguise game. It unlocks this version of the character, and each different class has a different code that unlocks that version of the character in the game, and they all have different stats. So like this guy unlocks one version and the warrior version, which I will show off. This isn't so much a size comparison, but here's the warrior Bumblebee, and yeah, his is on his chest, so. But here's them together. They look pretty decent together. Obviously he doesn't have the black here that the warrior class does. Here he is with a couple more. Well, I'll just do them all because they're tiny. With all of the other Robots in Disguise Legion class figures that we have right now. I think that's all of them. So there's Strong Arm, Steel Jaw, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, and Optimus Prime. And we're getting Fix-It and Underbite next, which is nice because we are sorely lacking Decepticons right now. These are all Autobots, and this is one lonely Decepticon, which is the same problem that we're having with the Warrior class line, where he's the only Decepticon that we have, and every other figure that we've gotten are all Autobots. So I'm hoping that they're not going to be doing the same thing they did with Age of Extinction, where we end up getting tons and tons of Autobots and like 2 Decepticons, because that's really lame on a display. So, come on, Hasbro. These guys are really cool, though, so don't get me wrong. Who are we reviewing? For another size comparison, here he is with a couple of the older Prime guys, Cyberverse. So you can see they're all pretty well scaled. They're about the same size as all of the new Robots in Disguise Legion guys. Unsurprisingly, transforming this guy is pretty simple. You're going to start by just kind of working the 2 side bits out. They plug in on the sides right there and there to these little long pegs. And you can just kind of get those out of your way for now. You're going to come over here, and this whole black piece swings down like so. And just kind of pull that all the way down, open this little flap up, and you are going to kind of thread the needle with his head. So you're going to want to poke his head through this hole, which is not as difficult as it sounds. And this chest stuff in here will match up. And then this plugs in very securely to the back here. And then these arms swing down into place right there over his shoulders. His feet spin out like that, and then you just split his legs. And there you have his robot mode. His articulation is pretty decent. He obviously has this transformation joint, and he also has a ball joint in his shoulder. His arms don't have any articulation, but his legs are on ball joints, and they actually don't have any knees. I've never noticed that before. I thought he had knees. Yeah, he and Optimus Prime apparently don't have knees. I've never even noticed that before playing with this. I knew he didn't have elbows or anything, but weird. And then he has the feet articulation, and his head kind of nods back and forth a little bit. Here he is with the Cyberverse Beast Hunters Bumblebee. So again, you can see they're about the same size. All of the Prime Cyberverse scale really well with these guys, I will say that. Here he is with all of the other Robots in Disguise 2015 Legion figures. And Grimlock, who I totally forgot about. So yeah, also Grimlock. Oops. But these are all of the vehicle modes, all of the Autobots. All of the vehicle modes. He's not an Autobot, he's a Decepticon. But they look really good together. Bumblebee is a solid, tiny, small class figure. He definitely is fun to play with. He's not super articulated, but none of them really are. His transformation's kind of interesting, though. I really enjoy the kind of popping his head through the chest thing. It's neat. It's not something I've seen before, so I definitely recommend this guy. He's not super expensive. If you collect any of the Cyberverse or Legions/Legends, all the tiny scale guys, this guy is definitely gonna make you happy, I think. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.